Hey everyone, welcome, I'm MisterBo, and in today's video we're going to be discussing and breaking down IGN's brand new video in which they give us a little taste of what Patrol is going to be like in Destiny 2. They go onto the planet Nessus and show off the kind of things we can expect to do when we play the full game and go into a patrol. So I will leave a link in the description below to their video. In this video I'm going to take just little bits from their video, I'm not going to show you the whole thing here obviously, so definitely go check out the full 8 minutes to get an idea of what the space is going to be like. So they covered quite a lot of things in this video. Let's start off with how public events are changing in Destiny 2. So we're going to be seeing new public events and kind of like old public events reinvented. So the one they showed off in the video was where a Cabal drill drilled into the floor and we as Guardians needed to go and override the mining lander. So basically it's kind of defend the war sat that we saw in Destiny 1. Guardians go and stand in this area, and as the countdown ticks up to 100, enemies will be fighting you. Now it is worth noting, when we were watching the gameplay, it did say Guardians linked and it only said 3 of 3. We don't have an official confirmation as to how many Guardians we can get in one public event at this time, but maybe it's only going to be 3, maybe we'll be 6, hopefully there'll be a lot more, maybe up to 16. That would be kind of cool to see a load of Guardians helping to either defend or attack in these public events. So what's really cool now is that every public event has an optional objective that triggers a heroic mode, a harder mode that will add additional challenges which will obviously give the player better rewards if they're able to complete it. So that's a really neat addition. Now along with public events we're also going to be seeing adventures in Patrol. So adventures are similar to quests in Destiny 1, however they are now fully voiced and give us a ton of story. They are self-contained and pretty quick, and what's really cool about them is there's no loading screens, so you complete an adventure and then you can just keep going, maybe go do a public event, maybe go do a lost sector which we'll talk about in a minute. No more going back to orbit and then going back down into Patrol to do some more stuff. So that's an actually really cool neat addition. So let's talk about lost sectors. What are they? Basically, they're dungeons. As you're going along the paths in a patrol, you might see a lost sector symbol. We saw some of them in the beta in Nessus. And basically that means you are near the entrance of a lost sector, so you need to hunt to try and find the entrance. Now they did say some of these entrances will be really easy to find and some of them will be a little bit tricky and you might need to do a few things before you can actually get into the entrance, which is again pretty cool to hear. Now you'll go through a lost sector, some of them will have big open spaces, some of them a little bit more narrow, and when you get to the end there'll be a boss for you to fight. You fight the boss, you defeat him, and you'll be rewarded with a chest which will obviously give you some awesome loot. Now also in this video we get to hear a little bit more about Failsafe, who is the brand new AI NPC. We heard her a lot in the beta, but she is an AI that has been left behind in Exodus Black, which is the ship that crashed on Nessus, which actually released the Seaver. And we're going to learn more about her and other characters and locations through world quests. Now world quests will not unlock until you complete the main campaign. And basically world quests are a way for you to go back to Patrol, explore them a little bit more and learn more about the story. So they tell much larger multi-part stories about a destination. So for instance, you could be doing one world quest that will then lead into the next world quest and the one after, and it's all just about getting more story and going back and exploring these places in more detail. And then the final two things we can talk about in patrols is multiple landing zones. So multiple landing zones are now a thing, however you won't have all of them unlocked for you right at the beginning. You need to unlock them and uncover them by completing adventures and various quests at that destination. They do say you may unlock a landing zone, but that landing zone might be a higher level than what you are, so you may need to be careful about where you go. And then finally, Flashpoints. We've heard a little bit about Flashpoints. They are basically a weekly activity, equivalent to maybe say a nightfall. A flashpoint is going to appear every week and basically it's going to mark a destination. One week it might be Nessus, the next week it might be European Dead Zone, so on and so forth. When a location is a flashpoint, it means you want to go there and complete a load of public events. And completing those public events will get you awesome rewards. Plus, Cade 6 will be selling treasure maps each week. They will refresh and the treasure map he will be selling will be for that destination. The treasure maps will then allow you to go and fight special bosses which will only be appearing for that week. And you can fight some of these bosses by, say, completing a public event, and at the end of that public event it may spawn this special boss, which again if you defeat him you'll be rewarded for it. So that is all the brand new information about patrols from IGN's video. They did mention in the video that there are secret little things here and there which they're not talking about yet, so there might be a few more things to do in patrols when we get to September 6th. So it seems like Bungie is really trying to flesh out the locations in Destiny to make us want to keep going back there and exploring, and I am all for that. Let me know what you guys think about Patrol now. Do you like the addition of these public events with heroic modes, adventures, lost sectors, world quests and flashpoints? Again, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions on that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to give the like button a big old hug and subscribe for more Destiny 2 content and coverage. Hopefully you guys have an awesome day. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.